Welcome to Same Cast Different Day podcast. I am Martel Roland.
And I am Tina Marie.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Okay, so before we get into the show, I got to tell you about some shenanigans that I did on my way home from work. So there was these people, right? They were standing outside in the corner, and they was holding up signs saying "Abortion kills children." So I raised up my window and said, "Yeah, abortions are good." I did the Trump fist thing and drove off.
Why?
I don't know. I'll, I'll be unhinged sometimes.
Deep sigh.
I'll be trying, y'all. I'll be trying. I'll be trying sometimes, but sometimes Tina just bring it out of me sometimes. That crazy.
What? No.
Mhm.
I would never do something like that.
Mm. By the way, for those of you who are watching live or watch the video version, you can scan the QR code right there in the corner, and it'll take you to our website. We can go to all our social media pages and our merch store if you want to buy official Same Cast Different Day podcast merch.
Hello.
Let you wave like that. Hi, O Yeller. Um, so let's kick things off with I believe we're doing Cardi B, and Nicki Minaj. Yes.
Woo, child. All right. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. So here we go again with this mess, right? They have once again started their cat fighting on social media. So if you were not aware, Cardi B just released her sophomore studio album, entitled Am I the Drama? And this comes 7 years after her debut album, Invasion of Privacy. And child, what's the matter with how I say hello? I said hello. But anyway, Cardi is definitely the drama. Okay. So not only did she release a new album that went, I believe, double platinum already and debuted at number one, she also revealed that she is expecting her fourth child with her boyfriend, Stefan Diggs, who is a New England's Patriot wide receiver.
I'm convinced she's just like being pregnant at this point.
And yes, she is still technically married to Offset. Okay. So is she the drama? Definitely, she is the drama. Okay.
It sound like it.
But she minded her own business. Am I right or am I wrong?
I mean, she mind her own business, but knocked up, and you ain't got divorced yet, and you beefing with Nicki. I need to know about this beef because I don't know anything
She
about
wasn't beefing with Nicki prior to this, since the last time it happened. So basically, Nicki Minaj took to social media, right? And I agree. I agree. So she took to social media and basically took the lyrics from one of Cardi's songs off the new album and was throwing some shade, right? So that's kind of how it started off. And over the next few days, they were kind of going back and forth, and it kind of escalated to Nicki talking about her being knocked up and still married, talking about her baby daddy, and I guess he has other children that are very close in age, and a lot of them, or something like that. Um, then it went to Cardi talking about Nicki's husband. Of course, we all remember that he's a he's a sex offender. He's a registered sex offender. Okay, so of course, Cardi went there with that. And then Nikki retaliated by talking about Culture, her daughter with Offset. One of her daughters with Offset, I believe they have more than one. And Cardi B responded was talking about Nicki Minaj's son, who we don't know his real name. She just refers to him as Papa Bear. So as it continued, Cardi B basically put out a tweet that looked like a letter, basically saying, this is it. She ain't finna do no more back and forth. Like, you need to see me in the streets, type of thing. You need to see me face to face. And
uh, his daughter was born April 2025. Cardi B boyfriend. I just looked it up because I remember you mentioned. I looked it up, and then his other daughter was born October 2016.
Oh, okay. So she's the one. Yeah, she did start talking about her kids, and then that's when that's when Cardi B got to talking about Papa Bear, right? And I was like, okay, I'm just over it at this point. Like Nicki Minaj, and then she like dropped a hint about something was like she finna drop a song. I don't know if it's a song, I don't know if it's an album, but she got something in the works coming soon.
Uh, Talking about Nicki said that her new album will be dropping, I believe, the end of March or April.
It was the end of March. Yeah. Yeah. And then of course that's around the time that Cardi B is going to be starting her tour.
Fully pregnant. Mm.
She gonna have that baby by then.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did. I did see the tour dates. Is her tickets reasonable? Because a lot of these celebrities they want $900 to sit in the nosebleeds now.
I don't know. I didn't check to see how much her tickets are. I think the closest to us would be Chicago.
Mm.
So what are your thoughts?
First of all, Nicki needs to go get a life. Her last album came and went. I don't even know if she even got any recognition for her last album. I know you listened to her last album. You said you enjoyed it. Other than that, I'm like,
she did, and he be banging pots, and his favorite color is 5. She did say that.
Y'all shenanigans. But yeah, I'm like this the whole story when I saw it popping off on Twitter, and then Nicki Minaj wrote like a paragraph or two about Cardi B, and I'm just like, why are you putting so much energy into this? Like Cardi B wasn't thinking about you. She was nowhere on you wasn't nowhere on her radar. You had no business talking about Cardi B. And at this point, I just feel like she's starting to realize that Cardi B is more famous than you. And I believe Nicki is starting to realize you're not that famous anymore. You're not as famous as you think you are anymore, I should say. So I feel like this is the whole point to get people talking about her. And then going into this her new album is to get people talking about her new album. They think it's gonna be some diss tracks on there about Cardi, probably to get people to buy it and stream it, which probably still won't happen.
The shade.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was Papa Bear's birthday, and she was attacking Cardi B on X. Yeah.
She needs to get a life.
I listened to Cardi's album. I like it.
I haven't listened to it.
I listened to it. I like it.
Sadly, y'all gonna be mad at me. I only listened to Mariah Carey's new album once, and that was it. I didn't listen to it again. Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lamborghini.
I don't think nobody's angry at you.
Good. Yay me.
Yeah. Cardi album is fire. Ooh, child. All right. So I'm pretty sure the pettiness shall continue over the next few months.
I'm just here for it all.
So moving on to some more celebrity news. As we all know, Diddy was scheduled to be sentenced this past Friday. Ahead of his sentencing, Diddy did pen a letter to the judge, basically stating how he was apologizing for the hurt he caused. Then he was talking about he would never forgive someone for doing the same things to his daughters. And then went on and proceeded to ask the judge to use him as an example of what can happen if you're given a second chance. So basically, you asking the judge to let you go. Okay, whatever. So they did post a letter. I did not read all 4 pages because no, thank you. I didn't care enough to do that. But I thought this was something kind of interesting. The prosecution did disclose that Diddy had ended up booking a speaking engagement for next week. And he hadn't even been sentenced yet. Yeah. So they said, quote unquote, this is the height of hubris. Like basically, you got some nerve.
He thought
Yeah,
they was gonna get house arrest or some shit like that, or I'm gonna get community service or a slap on the wrist. Like, no, you doing
yeah.
jail time.
And of course, you had like his family and friends. They write letters to the judge and all of that stuff, right? And his
Well,
family was present. And his family was present during the sentencing. So the judge finally handed down the sentence on Friday. Diddy was sentenced to 50 months in prison with time served for the 14 months he's already been there. So he's basically going to have to roughly do about 3 more years.
that's it.
Um, and then in addition to that, he also was fined $500,000, and that was the maximum amount that the judge could fine him with the charges he was convicted of.
Well, that was a letdown.
I know I believe the prosecution was asking for like 10 or 11 years or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, I'm surprised he got as many years as he did because I thought he was going to get off a lot lighter than that. So I'm surprised.
He better
I'm
be
pretty
happy
sure
they
he's
didn't
going to
do
release
Cosby
that
or R. Kelly.
album. I'm pretty sure he's going to capitalize off of all of this. It's going to be a book or
Oh,
a
that's what I was
movie.
thinking of probation. Yeah, that's what he thought he was gonna get.
Mm-mm. I think it was two different counts he was charged for. I can't remember. If I remember correctly, I thought he had been charged for like 5 counts, 5 different counts, something like that. But he only got charged, like convicted of 2 in the RICO charges.
Mm, mm, mm. I'm just, I just thought he would have got more time. I'm disappointed in our justice system. I
I
thought he
didn't
could have
think he
did
was gonna
better.
get that much.
I don't know why, because they had posted. I guess they had played some type of video in court. It was supposed to be like this sad ass video. It was supposed to be him trying to be this great father since Kim Porter died, and
Yeah. Mhm.
talking about how the girls got to go to church, dude, watch church on TV on Sundays and all this kind of stuff. Like, boy, they was playing it up. He just, he Diddy. You lucky they didn't R. Kelly ass. Just know that you lucky as hell. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
So my thing is with his children, right? I mean, we really don't know how much time he actually spent with his kids, like in the current role that he's in. He's in entertainment, right? So
Mhm.
he not just sitting at home with his kids all the time. And I mean, his twin girls are 18, so they're living their life. I think he has like a 2-year-old. I think it's the youngest, two
The
or three,
nanny
something
race
like
is
that.
raising them kids.
I mean, you get what I'm saying? And it's not like he not gonna have visitation. He has children. Like they're gonna be able to get to see him. It's not like he gonna be in a maximum security facility where, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
he's just gonna have to sit. He's still gonna have access to a lot of things and people, so he just gonna have to sit.
You
I
know that
it,
always wait because he afraid come out with a dope ass album when he get out of jail.
it's gonna be a movie and a soundtrack.
I swear I
I
can see
mean,
it already. Him doing a Diddy bop in the preview of the movie and shit.
he
Like they
gonna
thought they could hold me down. That might be the title track. They thought they could hold me down.
take that. That's it. He just on a 50-month vacation.
I swear. On Tubi, I don't think it's gonna be on Tubi because
It'll
TMZ been
probably it'll probably hit Netflix.
because TMZ been producing a lot of documentaries now on their own. So I don't think it's gonna be on Tubi.
So that's all I got for that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some more shenanigans and appeals, etc., etc. You know, so more to come from him.
Yes.
So moving on to some local news. Um, I'm going to take some time to speak about a young lady named Kamati McFarland. So Kamati McFarland was a dental hygienist that worked at my job. She had been there almost about close to about 19 years. And we serve the underserved population here in our city. So I got to work Tuesday morning and got the news that she had been um, shot and killed. Well, she had been shot outside of her home, and she was taken to the hospital, and she later succumbed to her injuries. She was 45 years old, had three kids, an 11-year-old son, and two 8-year-old twin daughters. Um, Now, it hasn't been anything outside of that been released as far as the story right now. Of course, it's speculations going around and rumors, and I'm not going to talk about those rumors and speculations on air. We're just going to go with the facts, right? But they did arrest a person of interest all the way in Indiana, in Clark County, Indiana. His name is Demonta Hambright. The sheriff's office was attempting to do a traffic stop, and it turned into a high speed chase, which ended in a crash. And then he got out on foot and tried to run, and of course, they arrested him. Now, they're not saying what role he played in her murder, but it was just that he was a person of interest. Right now, he's in Indiana. I'm not sure. They are supposed to be charging him with something. I believe he was referred to the DA's office here for charges. I'm not sure if they're going to bring him back here or when they're going to bring him back here. But I was reading some news articles, and when they had talked to some of the neighbors, and the neighbors were saying how she was outside in her on her front lawn screaming, help, help, somebody call 911. And she had been shot twice, and then the person came and shot her again, like point blank. So I know she had gotten shot in the head, but I don't know how many times she was shot. So just, Kamanti's friends and family, they're all in my prayers, my thoughts and prayers. And I'll keep you guys updated with what's going on with that.
Yeah, prayers out to her family. That's some crazy stuff right there.
So that's the second person in the dental department that we lost in the last 6 to 7 months to gun violence, because our dentist, Dr. Bowden, was shot and killed back in, I believe, like March or April by one of his neighbors.
Yeah, over some music or something. That was crazy.
Yeah, he asked her to turn the music down, and she talking about something he scared her, so she shot him in the stomach.
Just a mess and a tragedy. Prayers to the family. Okay. Let's get into some messy drama.
Oh my God. Messy drama.
The Kardashians. So, Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner are suing Ray J for claiming he was helping with the federal government with a racketeering investigation against Kim and Kris. I'll put Kim and Kris Kardashian. Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. They're suing him for defamation. Kim and Kris say that it's just the latest in the last decade long campaign Ray J has raged against them. Because if guys who don't know, to me, I ain't know nothing about the Kardashians until the sex tape with Kim and Ray J came out that made her famous. The next thing you know, the whole rest of the family famous. And, Ray J still mad because he said he ain't getting no money or getting more famous after the sex tape happened. Only the Kardashian girl Kim, her family benefited from the sex tape.
Because he's a weirdo.
I mean, yeah, he is. But still.
Okay. It sounds like that's a him problem, not a her problem.
I mean, it is. Because he should figure out his own way to capitalize off the sex tape like all the other celebrities do. Just like when Mimi from the Love and Hip Hop swore up and down on that show for the whole season that she didn't leak that sex tape. But we all know she leaked that sex tape. So the lawsuit that was filed by Alex Spiro, which is Kim Kardashian's and lawyer. Spiro says Ray J, in quote, unable to accept the end of a fleeting relationship between Miss Kardashian from over 20 years ago.
That sounds pretty accurate.
It does. Ray J, and then Ray J. Let me have this talk with you. I missed that comment. What was the other? Yeah, nobody knew her until she was busted wide open. So like, Ray J, let me talk to you though. Ray J, you ain't been relevant since One Wish, One Wish, One Wish. And then recently he was on stage with Drew Hill looking like a Make-A-Wish kid. I'm just saying, Ray J, get it together. Then you already embarrassed yourself at that versus battle too, by the way. He probably is, bro. I don't know. He been doing good with the what's it, the earbuds and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people was buying his earbuds. I don't know if they buying them now, but they was buying his earbuds and stuff, his little electronic products. He was making money for a while off of that. I don't know how he's doing now.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, the Raycon. He had the Raycon earbud things. He was making money off of that for a while. It was like everywhere at one point.
Oh,
but any news come out about this story, I will keep you guys posted. So, I got some OT to talk about with y'all. And I got to do a Bad Bunny. So, there are Americans across this country that are upset that Bad Bunny was named the Super Bowl halftime performer. They are saying that he is an illegal and all his music is in Spanish and it is just un-American.
Prove it.
For those of them that don't know, Bad Bunny was born in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is part of the United States, which makes him a U.S. citizen. There are Republicans who don't know that don't know that Puerto Rico is part of the United States, and I got video proof to show y'all. I'm gonna play the video for y'all. I got video proof. You ain't gonna believe this shit.
The last thing I want to talk to you about is because I'm about ready to do my commentary on it. But do you think Bad Bunny is a good choice for the Super Bowl?
I'm not that knowledgeable about him, but it seems fine, and I don't know why it's a big deal. Seems like a great American artist, so sure.
He's not an American artist, but
he's Puerto Rican. That's part of America, dear.
This is a sound effect for me.
See how stupid people can be. So, and then after that, this is how stupid our country is. I feel like a Republican. So our president himself said that he had a talk with the president of the Virgin Islands. For those of you who don't know, the Virgin Islands is part of the United States, which means he had a conversation with himself. And for those of you who don't believe me, I got video proof of this too.
And I will tell you, I left Texas, and I left Florida, and I left Louisiana, and I went to Puerto Rico, and I met with the president of the Virgin Islands. These are people that are incredible people. They've suffered gravely, and we'll be there.
What's that, Seinfeld?
It's like you can't make this stuff up at this point. Oh, okay. So on SNL, this is what Bad Bunny had to say about his Super Bowl halftime performance. And he said it in Spanish, by the way, but I got the English translation for y'all. So, it's more than a win for myself. It's a win for all of us. Our footprint and our contributions in this country, no one will ever erase. Dramatic pause. And then he switched it back to English and said, and if you didn't understand what I said, you have 4 months to learn.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like,
Bad Bunny. Oh my God. Bad Bunny and how you handled that situation. I don't understand. Like, to be honest, I don't know what he said. Like, I listen to Bad Bunny's music. I don't know what he's saying, but the songs are still catchy, so I don't care. The song is catchy, and I'm still gonna listen to fucking. I mean, shit. I need to stop. God damn it! I said I was gonna stop cussing on here. And Trump does need a helmet. Yeah, but I listen to his music. It's catchy, and I'm going to listen to it. And I really enjoy his performances. He's a very entertaining person, and I enjoy his music. And I think he's going to do a hell of a halftime show. And I don't understand why people are so angry about this. And on top of all this, ICE confirmed that they're going to be at the Super Bowl halftime show to try to detain people and deport them. Like, y'all told people, like, this is how dumb the government is. Y'all told people y'all playing. So you think anybody that's there illegally is going to, that's the niggas just gonna show up, niggas just gonna risk it all to go see Bad Bunny perform the halftime Super Bowl show. And then first of all, if they're illegal alien, more than likely they can't afford a ticket to the Super Bowl. Let's just be honest, okay? The ticket to the Super Bowl is very expensive. They're not even gonna be able to afford those tickets. I don't know what immigrants they think what illegals they think they gonna deport, arrest there. I don't whatever.
I feel like that's a bad time and place. Like to be doing something like that
on one of the biggest stages there is. This is what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. That's terrible.
I'm over it. So let's talk about the mayor of Newark, New Jersey. So a few months ago, the mayor of Newark was arrested outside of an ICE detention center that he was trying to gain access to because he's saying that they were operating there illegally. It turns out the federal court released body cam footage showing a man from Homeland Security on the phone with Washington saying that saying we are talking to them now. He gets off the phone and tells people we are going to open up the gate and walk out there and arrest the mayor per the Attorney General of the United States. As he also told them, if you have body cams, turn them off. One of the other workers has said that this is going to get ugly, which it did. All charges against the mayor has been dropped, but Democratic Congresswoman LaMonica McLeaver was also there and was arrested. The body cam footage had only come out because Trump himself is still trying to have federal charges, have her charged with federal charges. And
what?
I don't know what the charges are. He is a mess. That's just a mess.
I agree. It's a mess.
He a mess. Everything is just a mess. He don't know what he doing. He want to have all his enemies, anybody that's posed a threat to him. He's trying to find some way to get them arrested and thrown in jail. That's just his thing now. Like, I'm gonna get all my enemies thrown in jail. And I miss
Shakira is Colombian.
Yeah, he want to put all of them in jail. Yeah, she is Colombian. They've been trying to lock him up, but them Republicans in the Senate and House, they keep protecting him because they didn't want to release them Epstein files. And then more nonsense from this current administration when it comes to our military commanders. Trump and Pete Hegseth, I can never pronounce his last name right. Hegseth. I can never pronounce his last name right. But anyway,
it don't matter.
Right. They gave a speech to commanders that didn't go so well. Pete said that he did not want to see fat generals walking around the Pentagon. Here's what Lawrence O'Donnell had to say about Pete and his comments that he made to the generals. So I'm going to play that clip for you.
Okay, Pete, how about fat presidents? How about a president who has been fat every day of his political career? Is that a bad look? All of those generals can button their uniform jackets. All of those admirals can, every one of them. So there's the Secretary of Defense, who may or may not be managing his reported drinking problem, telling all of those commanding officers that they better never look as bad as Donald Trump, who can't even button his suit coat jacket. There was some suspense in the room today when Donald Trump was giving his speech. There was no suspense about would he cross the line that you never cross with the military as president and get political. Everyone knew he was going to do that. Everyone knew that he doesn't know there's a line. Everyone knew he was going to foolishly waste the admirals and generals' time telling them about how many swing states he wanted. And of course he did. The suspense in the room was whether the very, very tired, almost sleepy 79-year-old man at the microphone was going to make it through that 1 hour and 11-minute speech. And there were times in the middle of a sentence that it would seem like he just might drop right there, might not even finish that sentence. And what he seemed to be showing to the generals and the world is that he might not have the physical strength to make it through the 3 years, 3 months, and 20 days left of his presidency. Is that what has given J.D. Vance such a spring in his step lately? Is that why the vice president looks so happy these days?
I don't know. Maybe he just got some new eyeliner.
He's been fat his whole political career.
He has.
I can't, but that man hit it right on the head. And like I said, you have the nerves to sit here and try to talk about other people and their body and how they look, and then you just look like a tall Oompa Loompa. I mean, you already got the orange skin, so it's like, come on, man. Like you. And then on top of that, for those of you who don't know, they changed the standards for the military. So basically, they had a different set of standards that women would have to go through where they was trying to get into the military, and they had to pass a certain physical peak or whatever to get into the military. I forgot what it's called during the boot camp phase. So they're going to eliminate that, and women has to be able to pass the same physical things that the men have to go through. And if they can't pass it, then they're out the military. And it's so many words. It's almost like they want to create an all white, because they pretty much don't want brown people in the military. They're already trying to get rid of. They don't want female generals and commanders and all that other kind of stuff. So they're trying to get rid of them also. And it's almost like he want an all white male military. So people,
sorry to break it to y'all. All the white men don't want to go to the military.
Exactly. And once again, all of this is distracting us from the Epstein files.
True.
So let's get it together, people. Y'all need to stop letting Donald Trump lie to y'all. So as y'all guys, everybody know, the federal government is shut down. And Trump said that he's planning on firing thousands of people a day during this government shutdown. I believe he was talking about reducing the FDA's workforce from over 1,200 people down to just about 100 or some staff members, which I don't think is very safe. But anyway, who is to blame for the government shutdown? The Democrats saying that the Republicans are to blame, and the Republicans are saying that the Democrats are to blame. The Republican Party has control over the White House, both houses, and the Senate, and the federal courts. But for this spending bill that they need Democrats to agree on in order to get it passed, they won't negotiate on this bill. So the Republicans are claiming that the Democrats will not agree to it because they are trying to give illegals free health care, which all you don't know, illegals cannot apply for. They can't use Medicaid and Medicare and all these kind of things. So only time where the taxpayers will pick up the cost of an illegal going to the hospital is if they go to the emergency and need preventative care right away. That's the only time that where taxpayers are going to pick up the bill for an illegal going to the hospital. If you are not an American citizen, you cannot apply for anything that's related to federal health care. That comes from the federal government. It just doesn't work that way. It's not, you can't. You got to have a social security number, or I've got the other number that you got to have. The people who are non-citizens, but y'all figured it out. Oh my God, sorry y'all. So even though these people who are illegal immigrants, they still go to work, they get a paycheck, they still pay taxes into Medicaid, Social Security, state and federal taxes, but yet they don't benefit from any of those things that they pay into. Illegals put in billions of dollars into the American economy through taxes and don't receive any benefits from it whatsoever. What the Democrats are fighting for is to keep affordable health care alive through the Affordable Care Act, which keeps the price of health care premiums down low. So currently, a family of 4 under the Affordable Care Act was paying about $500 something a month for health care. I don't know, depending on what plan they had, is about $500 a month. With this spending bill, with the new Trump spending bill, and what they're trying to get passed, and all the things they're trying to eliminate when it comes to Medicaid and all these other kind of things, and the subsidies that comes along with that the government puts in for the Affordable Care Act, when all that goes away, that family of four would go from paying $500 a month for healthcare to over $2,000 a month for healthcare. Now, mind you, if you're a family that makes over $40,000, there's no way you can afford $2,000 a month for healthcare. So now we're going to have millions of Americans without healthcare, and then those Americans still can afford healthcare and pay for healthcare insurance. Their premiums are going to go up because now the hospitals are going to increase their costs and what they charge health insurance companies, because they have to make up for the money of the people that's coming in who don't have health insurance, and the hospitals are not going to eat that cost because they have employees to pay also. So to offset them having to eat that cost, they're going to up their rates and what they charge the insurance companies. And companies are going to bump that on to the people who pay premiums and pay for private health care. So, with all that being said, who is really to blame here for this government shutdown? Because once again, like I said, the Republicans have the White House, they have both houses, they have the Senate, and they have the federal court. Who's really to blame here?
I mean, they do this every year.
They do.
For one. I really don't care. I wish they would stop pointing fingers at each other and just get it done. Like, this is why you are elected officials. This is your job. And I feel like,
because the only thing the Democrats are negotiating is, they said the money that you took from Medicaid and Medicare, put it back, and then for the affordable health care plans, keep the subsidies in there so that way people can still have the low cost health insurance. That's all they're asking for. They didn't ask for anything else. They're just asking the Republican Party to keep health insurance reasonable at a fair price. That way people can afford to have health care. That's all they're asking for. And the Republicans are like, no, because you're trying to give illegal aliens free health care.
it don't work like that. Even people who were immigrants who become U.S. citizens, I believe, they cannot get like state or federal benefits or health care for like 5 or 6 years.
That's something like, Republicans, it's y'all fault. All y'all have to do is come up with some type of agreement with them when it comes to health care. And now we got thousands of people showing up to work every day and not getting paid for it until the government decides that y'all ready to come to agreement and reopen the government. I hate to say it, Republicans, it's not the Democrats' fault. It's your fault. Like, you control everything. You have the power to be like, okay, let me give them something to keep the government open. But you won't give them something. You won't give them a crumb. You won't give them nothing. So, yeah, we're not going to agree to your bill when it's going to cause people to not, thousands of people to not have health care anymore. Like, no, we're not going to do it.
Speaking of people not having health care, this whole thing with United Healthcare and Ascension.
Mm-hmm.
So here in Wisconsin, United Healthcare and Ascension could not come to an agreement to renew their contract. And I believe that was the first.
Yeah, it's like the first of this.
It was the first of the month. It had to be the first. So it was midnight on the first. That's when the contract went null and void. They still have not come to an agreement. So that means everybody that has an Ascension provider in United Healthcare insurance, that means that those providers are now out of network, which is crazy.
Which means if you have Medicaid, Medicare, you cannot go to that provider. Well, Ascension for services anymore. Because if you have Medicaid, Medicare.
So Ascension is losing a lot of money, and I mean, I do use Ascension services, right? And so they sent out letters. United Healthcare sent out letters, and they were both basically dissing each other in these statements. But now, like, the doctor's offices are calling saying, "Hey, you have United Healthcare insurance. We can schedule, we can try to push your appointment out." They're trying to work with a lot of patients right now, but that's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. And then,
Sorry.
it's fine. And then, so with all this being said, like I said, I don't know how crazy and stupid this administration is. I want to play y'all a video of some world leaders at the United Nations after Trump just basically got up on stage and disrespected them. So I want to play this video.
You should make an apology. Yeah, to us. Because you didn't congratulate us for the peace deal that President Trump made between Albania and Azerbaijan.
I'm sorry for that, guys.
Yeah. So, and you worked very hard. You worked very hard, and you were so interested to have peace, and you were obsessed about Armenia, and you didn't thank Trump for Albania.
This man literally got the world laughing at us. Literally got the world laughing at us. I just want to play that clip. This is so how he's making us look stupid. So let's talk about Chicago. So not only did Trump, now he has officially deployed the National Guard to Chicago now as of about 2 hours ago. But also there over the weekend, I believe Friday night, ICE did a raid on an apartment building in Chicago where they was arresting everybody. There were even reports of kids being dragged out the apartment building naked. They arrested everybody in sight. They separated kids away from their parents. One woman even said that even if you are legal, they were going to check to see if you had warrants, and if you had warrants, they were going to arrest you on the spot. So there's one lady, she got arrested, and they actually took her down to an ICE detention center, and she didn't get back home till like 3 o'clock in the morning, according to her. So it happened at 10 p.m. It's 10 p.m. and she said she didn't get back home till 11 p.m. Nobody is safe from this Trump administration. So now, if you are black, brown, or speak a different language, you are going to be arrested and detained on the spot. And that's exactly what it feels like. Yeah, they are mad about it. Yeah, so it's just a mess. So I just wanted to put that on there. Before we get into some more crazier news, I have a message from y'all. And it's it's a message from Rose. She was just insisting on getting this message out there that Steve was feeding her. And then she had a bit of a funny story to tell y'all. So I'm going to play the clip.
What message do you have for the people?
What message? What's the message? What's the message you want to give out to the people? What message? What is the message you got? What I got? I'm telling my damn what you say, Steve? Steve said don't go in the rain without an umbrella. That's the message of the day.
Spend more time fishing than working.
Spend more time fishing than working.
What about you going into a home?
What about your mama going into a home? Find somebody else's mama to play with, not this one.
Put both on.
Put your, I know you ain't talking.
Need to wear it.
He went to a funeral. Instead of viewing the person that was deceased, why was his dumb ass on the obituary? That's when you know people slow as hell. He didn't do it. He didn't know nobody. He's slow as hell.
I ain't doing it.
That's why it's bad to lose your breath. You need to learn how to read and write, and at least do arithmetic. I'm going to a funeral with my picture on the obituary. That's a damn shame. Probably everybody ought to got up and left. It wasn't kind of funny. My damn picture on the obituary. I'm at the funeral, but that's me. What the hell?
Why do you be harassing her?
She wanted to be on the podcast. But she is the line though. So, for everybody who don't know backstory, worthless piece of shit, brother had passed away. And he arrived at the funeral. And everybody was laughing. He said he didn't know why everybody was laughing. And then until he finally picked up his brother's obituary, instead of it being a picture of his brother, it was a picture of him.
Who did that? Did he show y'all the obituary?
He took pictures of it and showed us. So I actually seen it. So you would have
Who did
think
that?
I don't know what lady did the obituaries. But then the
Oh
crazy part
no.
about it is she told them, if you want me to fix it, you have to give me the old ones back. And then you have to pay me another $100 to make the new ones.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
And then the other crazy part, you know how that in the part of the I am not a clown. And then another crazy part is, you know, the part in the obituary now, because now I've been realizing they've been doing this where they add in like people pictures like they family members and stuff like that. So they had pictures of the worthless piece of shit and his kids in there. And then the person who actually died, his kids and pictures came last. So like you'd have thought that, you know,
Oh
the
my
brother that's
God.
alive is dead, and the brother that's dead.
Did they look alike?
I don't know. I never seen a picture of his brother before. I don't know. But
'Cause I'm
everybody
trying
when
to
they
figure
saw
it
them, they
out.
saw the obituary, they was like, this ain't him. Like this is wrong. And then the crazy part about it is the picture that she put on the front of the obituary was the same picture that she had in the family section where the family pictures go. I don't know who this lady is. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna ask, try to tell him to get him to give me the information.
That's terrible.
Because boy,
Oh, I would have been so hot mad.
man. And on top of that, so I got some exclusive tea that wasn't been on the news or anything or in the newspaper or anything like that. So the owner of the new Pitts mortuary got a lawyer, went to court, sued a church, took control of the church, and kicked the church out of the church and took control of their building.
What? How and why? Why
So,
she doing?
so the person who owned the new Pitts, is a woman. Her brother was the pastor of the church, and their parents own the church. So she went and got some fancy lawyers, filed a lawsuit, whatever, won the case, and took control of the church, and then kicked the church out of the church. So now that church currently doesn't have a church to go to because she don't kick them out the church that her mother and father started.
I don't understand why.
To be rented out to be used like King's Hall, people can rent it out to hold events there now. That's what she's going to renovate it. That's what the speculation is that's what she's going to have it renovated.
But what did she sue them for? Is what
it's for ownership of the church, of the building. She sued them for ownership of the building.
Right, but why? Like, what was it? Breach of contract, or was it?
They were so she basically sued her brother.
But you can't just give somebody a church. Like
the court did it, and they got evicted. They put them out.
But that's what I'm saying. They had to be something else.
The church no longer have a home. The church board, the church members, they went there. They went to court, and they tried to fight it, and they still lost.
That's crazy.
And like I said, they were put out the church. They're currently looking for a building right now. If you're wondering which church it is, it's a church on 27th and Cornell, by the way, that this happened. So I just wanted to get that out there because that's some tea. That's some local tea that a lot of people don't know about that I feel like need to get out there. But let's talk about our least favorite topic. Mass shootings. So, gunfire erupted around 11:30 p.m. just as crowds were pouring out following the Tuskegee University versus Morehouse College football game. Chaos started when a fight broke out between two rival groups and quickly escalated into running gun battle through the packed streets. One woman was among the two people that was killed, and at least two children were caught in the crossfire, one suffering life-threatening injuries. 12 12 of the 14 victims remain hospitalized. No arrest has been made yet. And then there was also a mass shooting in North Carolina at a waterfront bar where 3 people were killed over the weekend also.
What is happening? What you mean they ain't arrest nobody for that?
Because I guess, like I said,
There's too many witnesses.
I don't know if anybody saw faces. Everybody was just running. I don't know if they just know that they probably have to go through a lot of security footage to try to get people faces and identify them and trying to figure out what happened and who was involved and all that other kind of stuff.
Somebody had their phone out.
Right. Like I said, this could have been preventable if our current administration would have had stricter gun laws, did background checks, and then if they would have decreased the price of silencers, also that they did, because if some of y'all don't know about that, they decreased the tax that you would pay on silencers, making it easier for people to be able to purchase silencers for guns. Just thought y'all should know that.
Yeah, but you can't get a silencer unless you got some type of credentials.
It's a permit. You got to apply for a permit. You just got to get a permit. And then, all that other stuff that goes wrong with it. West Nile virus. The first ever human case of West Nile virus is confirmed in northern Milwaukee County, here in Wisconsin, by South Shore Health Department. WNV, West Nile virus, is spread by infected mosquitoes, not person to person. Most cases are mild, but severe illness is a risk for elderly and Oh, I messed up, y'all. I messed up.
Compromised immune systems.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't put immune systems in there. I'm looking at this like, hold on, this don't look right.
Oh my God.
Prevent mosquitoes and to prevent mosquitoes, eliminate standing water until a hard frost to reduce risk. And I feel like by us having that big thing where the city had basically got flooded out, produced a lot of mosquitoes and flies and all these other kind of things. So it's been bad since that flood with the mosquitoes and everything.
Man, it was bad before the flood.
It was, but I feel like it got worse.
Man, I feel like it got worse than what it was, but this year was really bad with mosquitoes because we had a lot of rain this year.
So basically, don't go near ponds, stay away from ponds and all them other kind of things, and you should be safe from the West Nile virus.
She got that West Nile.
See, this is why people don't be taking us serious. This is why people don't take us serious, right?
Oh, it's coming.
Let's talk about Gen Z and government. So, I'm going to say when it comes to Gen Z's, the government, and what they say about Trump is just unbelievable. They say a lot of things that, especially this one black man, he says a lot of things about Trump that a lot of us people wants to say to Trump in his face and his people in the government and his administration. So I have 2 different clips of him talking about Trump and his administration, and we're going to watch.
First off, Donald Trump is stupid because he put tariffs on pretty much everything. And we see that that's raising the cost, particularly for our prescriptions as well as groceries and everything else. So again, I believe that if Donald Trump wants to act like a toddler that cannot control himself, we need to go and put a ability to take his tariff power away from him. I support axing the Trump tax. You want to know why you're paying more for everything? It is the Trump tax. So I will immediately file that legislation to make sure that we can take that away.
You're good, man.
Really
we found
don't like the Republican Party.
Right? No, you don't like MAGA.
No.
Make it clear.
No, I'm going to be honest. I don't like the Republican Party.
Why you don't like it, man?
Well, because I don't think they stand for anything. I'm not a supporter of their efforts to gerrymander our state. I'm not a supporter of what they're doing to cut health care. I'm not supportive of the $1 trillion worth of Medicaid cuts. I'm not supportive of the $4.5 trillion that they've passed in tax cuts for the richest people in America. I think that it throws our community under the bus.
How? What is your solution?
The top thing that I want to do is axe the stupid Trump tariffs.
Take Trump out of this.
No, but you have to put Trump in this.
Okay.
Why? Because he's raised our prices. When you go and you put a tariff on the cost of basically everything that comes into this country, that raises our prices. You go to the grocery store, you feel that. You're trying to go buy a new home because of the tariffs on lumber, you feel that. You understand that that's making a cataclysmic effect on everything that's happening. But in addition to that, a president shouldn't be able to just single-handedly raise our prices because he's had a bad day and wants to send out a tariff like a drunk text at 2 a.m. I think we got to do more than that.
The purpose of the tariffs is same thing what the Clinton administration did. They did back in the 90s before your time.
Can you tell me when Bill Clinton ever imposed a unilateral tariff over the United States on every single country effectively?
No, he did not. He didn't go that broad.
Well, so then obviously then it's not the same thing.
It is not the same thing.
I enjoy that young man so much. Like this man, his way of campaigning, and then the way how he just like Trump is stupid. Like he says what a lot of people is thinking, and I really like this young man because I saw him go to a frat house campaigning. They were having a whole frat party, and he's campaigning, and he's getting these frat boys riled up about going to go vote. That is something I have never seen before in a politician, and I really hope that he gets elected. And I want to see more politicians like that in the future going forward, who's actually going out here talking to younger people about changes and things that needs to be done now to protect their future. I love it, and we need more of that. So we almost done here, y'all. So an off-duty deputy in South Carolina, he draws a gun on a minor, and he was allegedly drunk. I do have a video of that situation that we're going to watch, and I really hope that this man get charges pressed against him, or at least get some type of charges where he could do jail time and get fired from his job. Because let this have been a brown black officer, this would have been a very different story. So I'm going to play this video for you.
Get on the ground.
Bro,
Get on the ground. Come here.
The deputy is seen out of uniform. His only gear looks to be a bulletproof sheriff vest and a gun drawn and pointed directly at the kids. The kids seemingly scared, calling out for help to others, asking for police. That's when the deputy is heard saying,
"I am the police."
The deputy then takes a bag from one of the kids, where a small altercation breaks out. One kid pushing the deputy, him drawing his weapon and once again pointing directly at the minor.
No, stop. Do not shoot.
Their plea only continues, this time calling out for desperate help from their loved ones.
Hey, help! Mom!
A later video shows a brother of one of the minors who showed up after his sibling called crying. Listen closely to the next part, where you hear what neighbors tell me is why the deputy allegedly took action in the first place.
What just happened? I don't know what happened.
They're flashing a gun, bro.
These kids don't have a gun. What the hell? Mom, they're saying they have a gun.
The parents of all minors involved are speaking with attorneys and pursuing charges. They say the deputy was intoxicated and was not breathalyzed by deputies who responded to the scene. They say they have more videos coming too, showing that nothing provoked the deputy from drawing his weapon on their kids. The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office did not confirm if they retrieved a gun from the minors. The deputy has been suspended without pay and relieved of his duties. The agency is conducting an internal investigation, and SLED has been asked to investigate for any criminal violations. Danielle Cobb, WSAV News 3, on your side.
What are you doing? Hey, why are you pointing that gun at me? Dude.
What was happening?
That man is a psycho and do not need to be a police officer if he really is a police officer. And well, he is a police officer, and he's not competent. And the fact that you pull guns on minors like that is crazy. He lucky he didn't kill one of those. So he had his hand on the trigger, ready to shoot these kids. In which they said they actually heard they didn't recover no gun from the minor. So it's like, why are you like literally holding these kids down? You saw the one kid he had down on the ground, his knee in his back and stuff. Like, why? And then on top of that, why it took so long for the parents? Why the parents ain't show like all that yelling and screaming and nobody came out?
Oh, they was calling for their mamas.
Right, like all they yelling and screaming, nobody came out the house. Like if we hear all they yelling and screaming in a black neighborhood, boy, we go. right out the window, like, what's going on?
What's all that noise?
Because
What's that?
we only looking out there because we look like, damn, somebody getting their ass kicked. Because you gonna watch somebody get their ass kicked. But I mean, I'm just saying that's why we be looking like that. That's just a sad situation with that. And like I said, like these police officers, they go on these power trips, and you an off-duty cop doing that, and you just went on this whole power trip. Like, what is wrong with you? So, Herman Hospital in Houston is asking for documentation before rendering aid. And I also have a video for you, and then we're going to discuss it.
Sir?
Yeah, what's up? Hold on, hey man, don't put your motherfucking hands on me, boy. Boy, what the fuck wrong with you? Yeah, everything being recorded, and I'm not finna go for that bullshit. You're not finna put your goddamn hands on me now. You hear me? Like, hey, look here, white boy. I'm finna tell you like this. Everything that I just witnessed up in here and just walked up in here and motherfuckers ain't in here rendering, hey, shut the fuck up.
Okay, hold on.
Hey. Look. What I say, you can shut the fuck up like I said. You can shut the fuck up like I said. Now, if you want me to leave, motherfucker, that's what the fuck you say. But other than that, my gal having a goddamn emergency up in here. We ain't in that state of mind like you in. Cause bitch, it's a fucking emergency right now. Nigga. Yeah. That's all the fuck you had to say. Yeah, well right now, I need to make sure this nigga got my goddamn gal ID. Is she okay? She got the fucking ID. Yeah, because then here's my problem. Because we came in here with an emergency and nobody rendered aid. They was worried about a fucking ID, but not rendering aid as a goddamn hospital and nurses. You worried about a motherfucking ID. Now I'm telling you like this. I'm finna fucking leave like you said, but one thing about it, y'all motherfuckers is wrong. That's why I came in here with these goddamn glasses on, because y'all motherfuckers ain't worried about rendering aid before the goddamn ID. Okay. Bitch, I just said I was gonna leave. Yeah, I know. But one thing about it, your bitch ass ain't gonna put your hands on me no more either. Hey, who the fuck is you? What's your name? What's your name, Derek? What's your name, Derek? What's your name, Gary? Because I'll go write that lawsuit in 2 hours. Touch me again. Touch me again, you faggot. Touch me again, you faggot. Yeah. Touch me again, you faggot. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. I don't give a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. What is you gonna do, boy? What is you gonna do, boy? Yeah, shut your bitch ass up. Because you following me, you faggot ass faggot. You like dick, bitch. You like dick, you fat ass faggot. Shut your bitch ass up. Yeah. Now your dick eating ass can shut the fuck up, bitch.
Okay, first of all, I don't condone most of that language. That man has a diploma in cussing.
That was a really
the fact that y'all did not want to deliver preventative care, which you're supposed to do preventative care, whether I'm an illegal or an American citizen, no matter if I come from Egypt, Africa, Europe, wherever I come the fuck from.
That sounded like an American voice to me. I don't know where she was from, but yeah, no, if somebody is having an emergency.
If somebody's having an emergency, no matter
you take them back.
Where I'm from, you're supposed to take me back and give me service and give me preventative aid that I need. The fact that y'all was not going to give his girlfriend I think he said girlfriend, his girlfriend the care that she needed because she didn't have an ID is crazy. Y'all was willing to let somebody die in the fucking waiting room because they didn't have an ID. Like, come on now, we got to do better. The system has to do better. That was just ridiculous and uncalled for.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
he was eating them up.
With that being said, I actually forgot to play a video for y'all earlier in the show, but I can play it on next episode because due to time, I guess we're going to head into final thoughts.
Oh, hey, it's me. Okay, so my final thought for this week for this past week is we got to do better with the gun violence. It's every morning I wake up, is somebody got shot here, somebody got shot there, somebody got shot here, and it's just getting out of hand. It's bad. So my final thought is we got to do better with the gun violence in our city.
going on. My final thought is Donald Trump is stupid.
Oh my God.
He doesn't know that he is the president of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. He don't know that he met with the governor of the Virgin Islands. This man is stupid. His administration is stupid. The Republican Party is stupid. They all are stupid. They fascist. They racist, and they need to release the damn Epstein files. And then they still won't swear whatever it's called, the new lady who won a new district in Arizona. They refuse to let her take her seat because they know when she take her seat, it's gonna be enough Republicans and enough Democrats to force a vote, and they're gonna get the vote passed to release the Epstein file. So Mike Johnson, Parson, Dickerson, whatever that old shriveled up man name is, and that's the Speaker of the House with the gray hair, who's ugly as hell, whoever he is. Whoever he is, he trying to do everything in his power to stop that vote. He trying to do everything in his power to stop them Epstein files for getting released, because he know Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, and he's gonna be labeled as a predator when it comes to them Epstein files, and he might have to register as a sex offender because he's in Epstein files, and he's refusing to do his job and represent the American people and release these Epstein files so we can finally know the truth and get this man out of the White House. And that's my final thoughts.
Well done.
And with that being said, I'm going to display the QR code one more time. If you want to head over and check out our website, where you get links to our podcast stream, our social media pages, and also you'll be able to have access to our merch store. We can buy official Same Cat Different Day podcast merch. And with that being said, I want to say thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Same Cat Different Day podcast. And we hope to see you next week on the next show. Y'all have a good one.